gonna go ahead, 40. -15 with the wind chill. Girl, you keep that wherever you are. Wowza. I woke up, I think it was 28 here when I woke up, and that's really cold for us. I was like, okay, this is not even cool. I'm actually gonna silence my phone too. Okay. Tonight, I want to talk all about transition. And I know I'm a little bit early, but not much. And the only reason I say I'm a little bit early is because I can only go off of past transitions. I can't really talk about what's going to happen this transition because obviously I don't know. I'm thinking after World Tour next month, we're going to definitely have some information. We should have the catalog in hand. We're going to know what's coming. But in the meantime, I think this is actually the time that we should get started thinking about transition. Um, First thing I'm going to say, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to get to it myself because it's just something that this time of year is crazy for me. So it may or may not get done, but I'm certainly going to try. But tidy up the space around you, clean up your office, clean up everything you have in your office that has to do with Scentsy, because chances are you're going to find something that's A, either old, B, getting ready to leave. Yay, turn on your video. Hey, girl. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, there you are. Now I can
oh,
hear you. Um, but clean up your space, like really look around. Like I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, there's a lot of stuff here that I feel like I need to purge. I just am like, it's got to go. So that was like the first thing I wrote down. And then I wrote down purge old stuff. And what I mean by purge is don't throw it in the trash. I mean, hand it out to people, pass it out to people. Anything that leaves your house should have that in it. If you have extra product sheets, like right now, I'm feeling like I'm doing pretty good on product sheets. Um, these little sheets from the like when I have three left, and I already know that I can get rid of these three. So, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about these later. But anything you have that chances are is not going to be good going into the next season, definitely purge as quick as you can. Did I hit record? Yes. Okay, it says recording. Okay. So every envelope yeah, I'm a scatterbrain today, and I've been like this all day. And I started at like 3:30 this morning because yesterday I just had an epic fail and was like, I just need to stop. I just need to stop and rest and not even worry about it. And so I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night, which is unheard of. So then I was up at the butt crack of dawn. I'm like, woohoo, let's go. So anyway, pass them out. So I'm gonna say this, and this is not something I would say very often. Pass them out to strangers. I know if you're not getting their contact information, it's not doing you a lot of good. But the reality is this: I would rather hand it to a complete stranger, knowing that they at least have the ability to get in touch with you, than to throw it in the trash can. And you know it's not going to do you any good in the trash can. At least if it's in somebody else's hand, it might do you some good. One of the things I'm going to do, I have maybe 10 catalogs left over there. And I'm pushing really hard for this Hawaii trip. So one of the things that I'm going to do, probably Friday, I think I can set it up to where I can do it Friday. I'm going to do cupcakes and catalogs or cookies and catalogs. And I'm literally just going to put a cute little basket together, maybe two catalogs. So if I have 10 left, that's going to give me five that I can create. I'm going to throw some testers in there because I have some of those left over. I'm going to throw some order forms in there, and then I'm going to create a QR code for different places before I ever go. And I'm just going to walk into a bank or a doctor's office or wherever, and I'm going to have some cupcakes in my hand, and I'm going to have some catalogs in that little basket, and I'm going to say, can I leave this here in your break room for a week? I'll come back and gather it afterwards. I will probably put a warmer in there that they can use with some wax that's clearly labeled, that's already opened. But what am I out of? I'm not out of anything if they don't order, but if they do, then I may have a new customer. So that's one thing.
Oh,
Say that again.
the cupcakes too.
Yeah. Or cookies. We have and I'm sure I'm learning that they're everywhere, although I've never been in there, but Crumbles cookies. You've never heard of them? So I've started seeing them all over the place, but we actually have one here as small as we are, but it's spelled Crumbls or something. But anyway, apparently they have these out limited flavors of cookies, but it changes each week. So
Okay.
each week it's the same, but you may only have 5 choices. But they're big and I figure it's also helping a local business. So there.
Yeah.
One thing I have started doing is, and I just thought this was a cute idea, and you've been around long enough that you may have seen other stuff like this. And I am running low. I just placed an order for samples out of the consultant store, but I literally have started putting, so my laundry sample is in the brochure and then just a little hair tie around it just because it's cute. And then it fits in there and it stays with it. The problem is that I'm not seeing any more of these brochures in the consultant store, so they may be doing away with them. I don't know. If they are, I haven't heard, but I used to be able to get body samples and I haven't seen, or brochures, I haven't seen any of those in there in a while. And that's a little sad. Um, I know you've probably seen this where you can take the product sheets and you can fold them some special way. I've done it before, but I haven't done it in a while. And then it makes a little pocket. And so you can literally put stuff in that pocket as well. I think I might have 20 of these left, and that's it. So definitely get on board with those. If you have any more, get them out. Okay. Bring back my bar. January is not over yet. So we should be pushing Bring Back My Bar pretty daggone hard. I suggest, and something I'm going to try to do next week, is go to the reporting tab and take a look at, and you'll have to just type in every single bar, but it'll show you everyone that's ordered it. And I'm just going to reach out and I'm just going to say, hey, I see that you ordered whatever the scent is in our from our Bring Back My Bar special or Bring Back My Bar collection. And I just want to know what you thought of it. I'm just going to start with that. I'm not going to push club down their throat, but I'm just going to say, hey, I noticed you bought it and I just wanted to ask your opinion. What do you think of it? And then if they go forward and say, oh my gosh, it's the best bar ever, then I'm going to talk to them about club. So it's a transition into it, but that's one of the things that we should be working on now as we're leading into transition. Next, as soon as we get the discontinued list, I'm going to do the same exact thing with that discontinued list as what I just said with the Bring Back My Bar. I'm going to immediately go in there and anything I see that's leaving, I'm going to send them an email or a project broadcast or a text message or a private message through Facebook, whatever. But reach out to them one-on-one. Don't just post it and say, did you know these scents are leaving? Because if they don't see your post, it's not doing you any good. So
Yeah.
definitely make sure that you're reaching out to these people and saying, hey, this is leaving. And I see that you buy, especially if they bought it more than once, you know they.
Yeah.
And that's, I want to touch on club with that because that's how you build your club. And the thing about it is, like right now, if something were to happen and I couldn't work my business for whatever reason, I'm going to have at least 500 in sales with club every single month.
Yeah.
And that's big. Like when you know that you can hit some numbers without working, if you didn't have to, it's a relief. It's like, oh, this feels good. Okay. Um, so what else? And I was going to say, make it personal. And the thing about it is, the FOMO is real. People are like, oh my God, I can't get that anymore. It may come back next season. We don't know. But for right now, no, you can't get it anymore. So I think how we address it and how we talk with them about it. And I mean, be honest and just say it may come back, but it may not. And I don't know. And I can tell you right now, winterberry apple tea is going in my club because even if it doesn't come back, I want to still know that I'm going to get that. What else? Okay. Now, this one is kind of off the charts a little bit, and I may be the only person that does it. And if I am, that's okay. I'm weird, so I'm okay with it. But if you have the means, then I would say to consider a quarterly club with some of the top sellers that we have right now. And I'm going to show you. First of all, I really loved it when we had the white whiff boxes. I just did. So I saved a couple of them that I didn't use because I was just like, oh, I really like those. Now we can't get them anymore. But this box is full of scents from last season. So if you can't do a quarterly club, which I did, and just to replace some of these, but for example, I have Lake Day in here. I have Bonfire Beach in here. It's also in my club because I love it. And if it doesn't come back, I want to still be able to get it. I have Coastal Sunset in here. I have Woodland Meadows in here. I have Tropic Nectar. I have Magnolia Linen. I have Mango Matcha. And the thing about it is that I have these here. And guess what? Next month, when I go to World Tour and I get that catalog that we're going to have for next season, I'm already going to know what scents are coming back. And if I have them in this box, I can start making my samples right then and there and have most of them ready to go. I am not the person that makes samples of all 10 of the new bars because I just don't think, for me, if I can make samples of 5 or 10 of these bars that I already have before I can ever get that sales kit, then I may only make samples of whatever I think are the top 5 of the new ones. That's just my philosophy in it. Now, if somebody is super excited about it, or I may actually do all 10 samples and just send it to my clubbers. That's one thing I'm big on. I spoil my clubbers because it's money I don't have to work for. So consider that if you can do a quarterly club. And the reason I say a quarterly club, because you're only going to get 2 shipments. That's it. So if you put and you could skip one if you wanted to. So that's why I say to do that, because at least then you're going to have that ability to get them if you want them, to make samples. Okay, what's next? Next, go through your testers and see what you have. So what I do, I keep 3 of every scent from the prior season. And I always buy extra because I use them, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. So I always have more than 3, but I only keep 3, and the rest I purge. And I'm telling you, man, people think they got something when they get a tester. They love them. So like 2 months ago, I think it was, when I was like, okay, I have way too many of these older ones still left. I literally just go through and I'll throw 4 or 5 in with my clubbers. Or if somebody wins something, a prize or something, I guarantee you, if you send them 5 or 6 testers, they are just going to be happy. They just are.
I have an abundance of testers too, and I usually I'll try to get rid of some that I have like a bunch of when they come back, just because I have bags and bags of them.
Yeah, yeah. Now I actually purged, I keep them for 1 season. So I still have all of them from last spring, summer, but this spring, summer, I will go through them and sort them. And the ones that are still here, I'll keep 3 of, and the rest will go in a pile. And if it didn't come back, they'll go in the pile. And those are the ones that I'll get rid of. And I guess, let me start making notes here. Okay, let me check off that I talked about all of these 5 things. Okay, go through your testers. Okay, so this is what I do with them. I don't know what these are called, like little tool bags or whatever.
Yeah.
like little wedding favor bags, but you can put 2 testers in there and a business card. And if you want to get really creative, and I probably will, but put your business card in there because it just fits nicely. Even if you don't do anything else but that, that's something that you can throw 10 of these in your purse, and you just got to, at this point, you just got to challenge yourself. You say, I'm going to challenge myself to get rid of all 10 of these today. And I do that all the time. I will purposely go to a store. I'll be like, okay, well, I might want to find another pillow or something or whatever it is. I just have to go to the store for something, and I will walk around and I will just outright say to people, you know what? I only have 5 of these left. Would you care to have one? They're free. Take it, smell it, use it. But if you want to get really creative, then take something that's about the same size as your business card and just write something on there. It can be handwritten, it can be printed. But whatever those scents are, look up their scent descriptions and then look at the scent descriptions of the new stuff that's coming in and find one that has some of the same scents in it and write something on there. I call them unicorn scents because you just can't get them anymore, so that makes them a unicorn. But that's something that's super fun to do. And again, people love our testers, so it's a win-win at that point. So do that, get creative with them, let them know again what scents are similar so that they don't smell something and fall in love with it and go, well, dang, I can't get that anymore. Okay, next up, plan your last chance, first glance parties now. Now is the time. I shouldn't say now. I would do them in February. In February, February 1st, maybe the last week of January, I would be strong on it and say, hey, we're getting ready for a transition. We're getting ready for a catalog change. Who wants to have the first parties? Because you're going to be the people who are going to get the insight on the new stuff coming before anybody else. And I am tight-lipped. I don't post stuff. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. But and then the other thing, maybe consider doing a mystery hostess in your VIP group and run a party in your VIP group that just says, hey, this is what we're doing, but focus very heavily on all the stuff leaving, because again, I don't know that this is going to happen, but typically the whole month of February, everything is 10% off. So it's smart to plan those last chance, first glance, do a mystery hostess and let them know anyone that orders on that link. I mean, you got to be careful so that you're not out of compliance with it. But do that mystery hostess, because they're going to get to use those rewards, assuming that it gets to rewards. They're going to be the ones that's going to get that stuff that launches first. What else? Again, though, focus really heavily on the 10% off all February. I think that's like probably the most important part of it is you can't tell everyone what's coming February 1st, because then you're going to lose all of your February sales. You got to be smart about it. You got to say, okay, maybe drop hints, but don't show the whole catalog February 1st, because then people are going to be like, ooh, I really want that. And then they're not going to shop with you in February. Post the discontinuing stuff all February long, like right up to the very last minute. And I just said that so I can check that one off. Don't share the new stuff too soon. I think I do mine usually the last week of February. Now, if there's something that I know somebody has really been excited about, then I might tell them, but it would be a one-on-one. It would be a, hey girl, I just want to let you know you've been waiting on this to happen and now it's happening. But I don't post it publicly and just throw everything out there. Okay, this is very important. Sorry, I am thirsty. So let me grab a quick drink and then I will tell you what is very, very important. Okay, that's Mo Better. Very important. Be upfront. Do you have any clubbers now?
I have three feathers right now.
Say again.
I have three feathers right now.
I can't hear you.
Hold on a second.
Can you hear me better now?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. Well, I had my AirPod in and sometimes it's really weird, so I just took it
Oh,
out. But
yeah.
I have 3 clubbers right now, but one of
Okay.
them, the one that just signed up the other day, she only gets it every 3 months.
That's okay. Look at their actual clubs. Look, because like you can go in and look at their actual subscriptions. When you're looking in there, be very upfront with them of what's leaving, because if they have pods in there, pods are leaving,
Yeah.
if it's their favorite scent. That gives them a chance. It also can help boost your February sales. Because it gives them a chance to stock up on them before it gets taken out of their club. And I don't know, I'm sure you probably have seen the news article, but cotton cleanups, the full size cotton cleanups are leaving. I have already posted that to my VIPs, and I could tell that there was some confusion, I would say. And I just keep telling them, but there's something better coming. I haven't seen them yet. I'm really hoping that I get to see them at World Tour. I hope that they have them there. But just make sure that they know the stuff that's actually going to leave. The wax bar is the only thing that's guaranteed with the Always Get My bar. The pods are not, the cleaners are not, laundry is not, because I can assure you Fluffy Fleece would be in there if it
I
was.
know.
Okay, now we're going to talk about transition kits. So you've been through this a couple of times now,
Yeah.
but there are several different transition kits that they usually offer. The first one, which is I think the only one that's actually called a transition kit, typically, and again, because I don't have it, I don't know. Typically, that kit is going to have catalogs, product sheets. Last catalog season, it came with all 10 sets of stickers for the new scents, a transition set of testers, and a training guide. If you can't get anything else, I would say try really hard to get that. But if that is not in your budget, it is okay. You can get away with just the stickers and the product sheets initially. So I just try to tell everyone just to be aware. There's going to be a body kit. Well, I assume a clean kit, laundry, home, and scent. If funds are available and you can get some of the other kits, then great, do it. Clearly, the scent kit that's going to have all 10 brand new bars, that's a no-brainer. Whew, whew, sorry. Okay. Scent is the most important thing, though, if you can get the scents under their noses. So again, if you can't afford the wax bars, just get the stickers, because even putting the stickers just like this is enough, and I have them on both sides. That's enough to get the scent under their nose. So, and I will be posting this whenever I create one or find one that somebody else created and shared. I usually post that in there so that everyone has it. And I'm pretty sure they had one in the workstation last catalog season also, that just made it easy. You can print it out and it comes 3 to a page and then you just cut it. So that's good. But scent is definitely, if you can't do anything else, get the stickers and the product sheets. Catalogs. Think about how many catalogs you realistically need. I think it's important. Like, I'm sitting here looking at mine, and I know that I haven't had as many parties as what I originally planned on having. And that's probably why I have some left over, but I don't have a ton left over. I have enough left over that, and I still have technically all of next month too. So having 10 left over for this month and next month is not that big of a deal. But like for me, I automatically send one to all of my clubbers. So I'm going to count how many clubbers I have. And when I do that, I make sure that their club has actually shipped in the last 3 months. If they keep skipping it, then you don't know if they're ever going to, do it again. So I'm not going to, if it hasn't shipped in 3 months, I'm not going to do it. Okay. Once you determine your clubbers, figure out how many parties you think you're going to have per month. And so I'm a little divided here. I think initially I was sending 3 catalogs with every party. Then I think I dropped it down to 2, and I'm fairly certain I'm at about 1 now with product sheets and or the showcase brochures. So, but think about that. If you're going to have 4 parties a month, you're going to at least want to have 4 catalogs per month. Next is just miscellaneous catalogs. Occasionally you're going to have somebody that's going to say, hey, can I have a catalog, whatever. And then vendor events. If you do vendor events, it's always a good idea to at least have extras for that. And I mean, you can always order more, but if they're on sale during the month of transition, why not at least try really hard to calculate what you think you're going to need and have it. Next up, you probably already know about these, but I am recording this so I can post it. Make sure that's not upside down. These binder catalogs, and I don't know what they're actually called in there. I feel like I have to look for them. Do you know what they're called? No? Now I can't hear you at all. Oh,
I don't know what's wrong with it.
now I hear you.
Okay. I don't remember what they're called.
I
No.
can't remember what they're called, but they are the best things ever. And so I get them. I got these little, gosh, I think I have, there might be 10 over there. I'm not sure, but it was a deal on Amazon. It was dirt cheap. I was like, no brainer. But I love these. It sits right down here at my desk. So when somebody asks a question, but that way I'm not messing up a catalog that I can give to someone. They're sturdier and then I can keep them. So I think they're just called, gosh, I don't know what they're called. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, it is. Okay. And I already said that if money's tight, just get the product sheets, the stickers. You get 72 stickers of each scent. So that's a lot. That's 72 samples of every scent if you wanted to do something like this, which is typically what I do. I do a monthly mail. So if you have ordered within the last 3 months, you're going to get my newsletter every month. So for the month of February, oh shoot, it's telling me I'm running out of time and I haven't even got to the last page yet. Okay, I'm going to have to step it up here. Good Lordy, I got 2 more pages. Chimney crickets. Oh yeah, I got 10 minutes. Okay, I'm good. That's 72, but for the people, I usually buy 2 sets of the stickers and then everyone else will get one of these. Okay, get to this side. Okay. Remember that your kits and your business supplies are write-offs. So make sure you're tracking all of that. Make sure that you're keeping a very good track of everything you buy on Amazon, everything you buy for samples, all of the products that you use for samples and or are giving away for prizes. Those are all write-offs. So make sure that you're tracking everything. Next, time is money. Although I'm going to make samples of everything that I feel like I need to make, I usually try to do 2 of each scent category. So, I'm going to do 2 woods, 2 spice, 2 fresh, 2 whatever. But when it comes to my parties, I prefer to get the testers when they're 20% off because normally, again, I don't know that they will be, but normally they're 20% off in February. So I tend to buy more of those. I think I get a total of 3 extra bags. And I'm starting to question that theory because this time of year, it doesn't do me any good to do that because we only have 2 florals. And my point is I send 6. I guess that still works. I usually send 6 testers to each person that's having a party. And I try to put 1 from each scent category, which that's where it gets tricky because, sometimes there's not that many scents in that category, like florals right now. But remember this and it doesn't work for the testers, but for your other products, you're going to get PRV on that. If you're buying the sales kit or the body kit or the home kit, you're going to get PRV on that. The only one you don't get PRV on are like the transition kits where it has the paper stuff, but the other kits, that's actual product, you get PRV on that. Okay, this one here has been speaking to my heart. Start your incentive early. As soon as we know what that incentive is, run hard after it. Don't be like me and sweating it the last 15 days of the month to go, oh my gosh, am I going to make it? I'm still $2,000 away. So that's going to be my biggest thing. And I don't know exactly what happened because I felt like I was doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, bam, here comes January. And I'm like, how are we at the end of the incentive already? So as soon as we get that incentive, find your tracker, start tracking it. Now, talking about that incentive and tracking, I'm sure that you've seen the new 20th anniversary one, and they have these. So I've already got my bars. I'm going to register for SFR, so I'll have that one. And then in March, sell 20 new, not returning catalog products. So I'm gonna be pushing the bars hard. New bars, period. But get that, track it, and run hard after it, That's just run hard after it. Okay. Oh, just going back to the incentive. Break it down by month, okay? These incentives are big. Like even when I look at it right now and I'm like, I need 33,000 points. 33,000 points is a lot. I mean, like if you think about it just in terms of PRV, that's annual sales. That's annual, one whole year in 6 months. So, but break it down by month so that you know exactly what you need each month. And then if bypass whatever it is, okay, let me get my calculator out so I can actually do that if I had to do the math. So we're going to say 33,000 divided by 6 months. So you need 5,500 each month. Now we already know that some of those points have to come from sponsoring. So we're going to just pretend that 3,000 is the number. So let's say you're like, okay, I need 3,000 PRV each month. Break that down and then break it down into how many weeks you have in that month. And if you get 6,000 PRV one month, then roll that sucker right on over, but try to do it again the next month also. Okay. Try new stuff. Try new stuff and just do it scared. I went live on my personal page the other day, which I have never done. That was the first time ever. And then when I did it wrong. I went on there and I gave them the wrong time that the stupid sale was going to start. I was like, oh my gosh, Becky, your bookkeeping brain is too overloaded right now and you should not be going live anywhere. I mean, I went live in 3 different places and said the wrong, and I even said it when I went live. I was like, that's an odd time for them to start it. They never started at 9 a.m. So my brain knew that something was wrong, but it didn't catch up quick enough. It wasn't until Tracy messaged me and was like, she's like, do I have the time wrong? And am I calculating the times? And I went totally the wrong way. So try new stuff, do it scared. Here's the thing. If you mess up, it's okay. You just go back on and you eat face. You're like, okay, I did it wrong. Sorry. It's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. I'm human. You're human. We're all human. Are you going to world tour anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I know.
Darn it. Are you going to SFR?
No,
Oh,
I know.
you're killing me here. Girl, I so want to see you at one of those.
I know. I
Um,
want to go so bad.
yeah. Well, set your sights on it. That's the good thing about these incentives. If you don't want to do Hawaii or whatever the next incentive is going to be, you can use it for SFR. You get room drops and everything. Like it's so awesome when you do. I've not done it that way. I wish now when I didn't take the Alaska cruise that I had done it that way because I just didn't know the difference. Because that was my first one, but definitely do it. Okay, I got 2 minutes. Okay. Showcase brochures are great and inexpensive to mail. So instead of catalogs, you can consider the showcase brochures. They mail a lot cheaper. Another thing we were talking about the product sheets. If you're going to do a party and you want to send an actual catalog, maybe send 3 or 4 of the showcase brochures. Hide stickers in the catalogs. Make it a scavenger hunt. Make it fun. People love that kind of stuff. Biggest thing is make it fun. You know, if you're having fun, people are going to see that you're having fun, and then they're going to be more likely to have fun. They love these little sticker sheets. I told you I was going to talk about these later. Do these for the new catalog, but then I also do these for throughout the year, and it just has a spot for 3. So sorry, I'll keep it up there. So what I do is I print these. There will be 3 on a page, and then I cut them. One goes to this one here, tells them to join my Facebook group. This one tells them to join or to shop my website. And then I literally, but you could do stickers. You don't have to do actual samples. You could put stickers right there. And then on the back, it tells them about felt samples. And it just says, enjoy your free 1 minute, 28 seconds. It tells them about felt samples and how to use them. Okay, done. If you're broke is a joke and you can't do any of the above, then send them a digital catalog through your workstation email. You can totally do that. Hazing.com is where I upload the catalog to. It does it all for me. It makes it beautiful. Last thing. I already said try new things. Try new things are done. Last thing, order your kits as soon as you can, because the longer you wait, the longer the shipping time is going to be, because most people are going to be on there in the first couple of days. And it's first come, first serve. So if 20,000 people order them on the 1st and you wait until the 15th, you're probably not going to get yours in time to do it. Okay, I got less than a minute. Thank you for being here. I'm going to jump off here so I can actually post this, but I'm so glad you came tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Have a good night.